It has been quite some time since we've talked about actual sport and not, question and answer. I love the questions. I loved answering them for you guys, but I think you can all agree with me. We miss actual sports to talk about some live things, even though, it's the draft. It's not an actual game per se. But my goodness, the MLB draft happened. It concluded yesterday. It happened over 2 days. And the Blue Jays did very well. Let me just say that. Okay? We'll leave it there. Well, because I got a flipping piece of paper. The notes are all over the place, so bear with me here. So let's start a couple days back. Okay? And the first round selection is happening. The Jays have the 5th overall pick. So the highest pick the Jays have had since Vernon Wells in '97. So we're all sitting here like, oh my God, this is huge. And you have a feeling what's going to happen. You have a feeling it's going to be Tolkerson going 1. You feel like it's going to be Austin Martin going 2. And then kind of the rest is going to kind of be all over the place. But Martin is kind of in that top 2, 3, 4, not even close to 5 range. Let's get to that in a second here. So Tolkerson goes 1 as we expect. Second is not Martin. Okay, well, doesn't really matter. I mean, he's not going to slip to 5. 3 is not Martin. Okay, well, we heard 4 as well, so he'll probably go there. They don't take him at 4. Austin Martin, one of the, if not the best player in the draft, is available at number 5. And I bet Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, and everyone else who was working that day, working on the draft and whatnot and who to pick, they were probably sitting there. And they're like, okay, what just happened? How is this guy still here? And Rob Manfred goes to the podium with the 5th selection in the 2020 MLB draft. The Toronto Blue Jays select Austin flippin' Martin. And I wrote notes down for everybody here. All the rest of the drafts. I have one thing listed for Austin Martin, and it's unbelievable. The guy is insane. The guy can flat out hit. They call him the best pure hitter in the draft. Defensively, the guy can play all over the place. And it's funny. I mean, if you guys were watching the draft and you're watching on MLB Network there, you would have seen them bring up the chart, or I guess the field of position plays, where he played, how many games he played at which position. And he played all over the place, which was great. He didn't pitch, and I don't think he played first, or he didn't catch or something like that. I don't know. And they listed him as a shortstop. So everyone's freaking out probably because they see shortstop. He played 2 games there. He played, 30-something at third, and the guy played 25 games in center field. I'm not saying this guy is the center fielder of the future, because we have he's a prospect, but oh my goodness. And people can start making up some crazy things. That move Vladdy to first, Austin Martin to third. I don't know. I have no idea. It is a great problem to have for the Blue Jays. And, you think to yourself, right? I think you've got Austin Martin, one of the best players in the draft. He's a great defender. His arm, maybe needs some work. But again, the guy's, 21 years old? He's still going to grow and still going to get better. So he'll grow. I'm not worried about Austin Martin whatsoever. He can flat out hit. He can run. He's got energy, spunk. And who had that we loved? Marcus Stroman. Guys that love to have fun and energy. Toronto fans, Jays fans, heck, Canadian fans love that. You bring us someone who's going to be amazing and bring that type of feel, that Javi Baez type of feel, we'll love him forever. And a guy like Austin Martin, he's a 5-tool player in my opinion. I mean, yeah, the throwing is a little bit, we're not 100% sure on that, but defensively he looks fine. He can run. He's one of the best base runners apparently they said one of the best base runners, if not the best base runner in the draft class. So that's very good. No stupid brain farts in the field on the bases. That's what you love to see. And we think to ourselves, right? Because now you got this, Austin Martin, you got Vladdy, you got Bo, you got Biggio, and then we learn, from Austin Martin himself, He says, oh, I don't know if people know, but Bo Bichette and I were teammates back in the day. And I'm like, this was meant to be. It was absolutely meant to be. The guy's incredible. The tools, where is he? He's the best hitter in the draft. He got a 65 grade hit, 2 out of 80. He led the NCAA Division I in runs scored, so basically number 1 in the lineup, number 1, number 2 in the lineup. Solid speed, extremely athletic. So why are you going to love this guy? It's got a whole list here. Makes consistent hard contact. Oh, that's beautiful. And oh yeah, the swing and miss, it doesn't exist for him. We talked a lot last year about the strikeout numbers for guys like Danny Jansen, guys like Vladdy, and even Bo for that matter. The strikeout numbers were really down because they were just making contact. Now they weren't getting on base and weren't getting on all the time. But a guy like this, he's special. You saw after he got drafted, you saw them kind of break him down. He had his coach. I don't know why I'm holding the pen. They had his coach on there. And what is the video they showed? Him taking pitches. Borderline breaking balls just out of the zone. Not even a whiff at them. No, that wasn't a strike. And he's clearly right. He's got a brain for the game. His baseball IQ is insane. And he's extremely talented. I don't know how the heck we got him at 5. I have absolutely no clue. But you know what I got to say to that? I don't care. He's going to bet on himself now. We've heard that quite a bit here in Toronto, about a lot of betting on yourself. And he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. Now, the question will be, though, how will he hit the ground running and when? We have no idea when he's going to be making, playing yet again, right? Because obviously he had a great season last year. I'm looking at his numbers. This year, he only had 69 plate appearances. He hit .377 with an OPS of 1.168, which is ridiculous. 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and he walked 10 times to 2 strikeouts. Again, it's only 69 plate appearances. That's not a lot of games. That was this year. What if he doesn't play the rest of the season? Then he's got to wait till next year, and that's a whole year and a half of no baseball for him. That's not good. And it's the same with all these drafted players for every single team. So the question will be, what will they do? Will they put him in an Arizona Fall League? Will they put him in some sort of league to get him reps? I think they should, but it's going to be very exciting. Austin Martin, the newest Blue Jay, get the guy signed. He's a Scott Boras client, so that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But no matter what, Austin Martin is amazing. And he's a Toronto Blue Jay. It's great. Now, let's go to the second round. We might run through this a little bit faster now, but again, still a lot of great players to get to. CJ Van Eyck. This guy, I have this weird feeling inside me. Either he's going to be a really good starter or a damn good reliever. Could even be a lights-out closer. That's just the way I see him right now from the video that I've seen, from the numbers that I've seen. That's just what I feel about for Van Eyck. Now, could he be a lights-out starter? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go through some things here. So according to scouts, is what they said on in the draft. According to scouts, he's one of the best relief pitchers in the draft. Or right-handed pitchers, not relief pitchers. Right-handed pitchers in the draft. You got him in the second round at number 42 from the Florida State Seminoles. Okay, I like the sound of that. What else we got here? Oh, just not a big deal. A 1.31 ERA with the Seminoles. Not a big deal, right? Just unbelievable. From watching, this is from my opinion from watching him pitch. He throws about mid-90s, so 94, 95, and he probably could touch 96, 97 at some point if he wanted to. But the thing I love about him, and from one video that I saw, it was his career-high 11 strikeouts he had in that game, and I really wanted to look at that. He hit 94, 95 consistently. His changeup was 82. Now, when was the last time we saw some sort of changeup that was that good and with a difference that much with the fastball? Marco Estrada. But wait! His curveball, 80. That is a 15-mile-an-hour gap, or 14, or, whatever the case. It is a big gap, and what you know as a baseball player, when you have that big gap and you can throw those other pitches for strikes, that's unhittable, right? And watching him pitch, his delivery is a little wonky, but I love it. He's got a great fastball, great off speed. I'm jacked up to see this guy pitch. CJ Van Eyck, another great right-handed pitcher for the Blue Jays to have in the minor leagues. I'm very, very, very pumped to watch this guy continue to grow throughout the years. Once we get baseball and minor league ball back, I don't know what's going to happen this year, so we'll have to see. Now, let's go to the third round. Trent Palmer out of Jacksonville University. All right, he was drafted with the third round, 77th pick by the Blue Jays, and it was funny. He was asked what type of player he is, or what's something he would describe him as a player as, right? That kind of deal. And his response, a bull in a china shop. And I'm like, Jays fans already love him. I mean, I love him already. This guy who's going to go out there and touch 97 with sink on his fastball. And who does that remind you of? Aaron Sanchez, a guy when he was good, throwing high 90s with a ridiculously moving fastball. It's exactly what Trent Palmer has, 97 with sink. And his curveball, like CJ Van Eyck, is an absolute hook. And if you can have a great fastball, curveball, thing, the question will be, though, will he end up being a reliever or will he be a starter? I think, he has an arsenal, so he's probably going to get, his young career will probably be a starter. But I think if you want to be a full-time starter, those pitches have to be top-notch. But again, if you have a guy throwing 97 with sink coming out of the pen, not a bad idea at all. Trent Palmer, love it. Can't wait to see him. All right, it's a lot of fun there. Nick Frasso was the 4th round pick of the Blue Jays. 4th round pick at 106, and he went to Loyola Marymount University. And the thing I liked about him, and I didn't hear a lot of things about him, I just kind of watched some video reel and kind of went off of that. His delivery is very clean. There's not much to it, not a lot of movement, but it's very clean, yet he hits mid-90s. Okay, I like what I see there. And from Nick Frasso, he's I don't know, I something about him that I really like. The mid-90s velocity, the calm delivery. It's not very erratic. It seems like location isn't really an issue for him, and I really like Nick Frasso. Again, where will he end up though as a 4th round pick in the Blue Jays? I don't know. I really don't. I think like same with Trent Palmer. I think they'll start him as a starter, and they'll kind of see where it goes from there. And it's very exciting to see what happens with the young kid. And he's very athletic, is Nick Frasso. If you saw the video the Blue Jays posted on their Instagram page, they kind of did a little bit of a highlight reel out of all the guys. And Nick Frasso is doing through-the-legs dunks, and just Raptor fans are going to love this guy too. My goodness. I love it. Now, let's go to the final pick of the draft for the Toronto Blue Jays, and that was, it's left fielder, but outfielder Zach Britton. Now, hold on. People are going to say, did you say Zach Britton? Like, Orioles close? No. We're not talking about that wild card game. I bet you our Zach Britton, is going to hear that a ton. So if you're watching this, Zach, heads up, bud. I mean, obviously you're going to get that, but you're also going to get the wild card game against the Blue Jays once you start talking to people up here. It's going to happen all the time, so just be ready for that. Now, he was drafted in the 5th round, the 136th pick overall from Louisville, and a couple things stood out to me. Number one, he's a left-handed bat, and the Blue Jays love that. They're a lot of right heavy, right? If you look at their top prospects and a lot of top players, right-handed heavy. Gurriel, Bichette, Guerrero. You can take Groshans into the mix there. Austin Martin. Those are all right-handed bats. You have Kevin Biggio, which is great. And you have Rowdy Tellez. But if you have a guy like Zach Britton, a left-handed bat, he's an outfielder, and again, great speed. From the highlight reel that I was watching from him, great speed, and he's a doubles machine. Now, who is an outfielder with great speed with a doubles machine that we absolutely loved back in the day? Kevin Pillar. It's a guy we absolutely adored, right? I love Kevin Pillar. I loved him dearly. Time has come. He moved on. Things changed. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he had this here. He led all D1 schools in doubles this spring. So obviously it was a very short season due to COVID and due to the pandemic and all that stuff. It got short, as we talked about with Austin Martin and his plate appearances. Same goes for Zach Britton. But he had 11 doubles. And he led all D1 schools in doubles. And you got him in the 5th round. Zach Britton, heck of a player. Speaking of a heck of a player, if you guys do not follow Blue Jays Wave on Instagram, first off, shame on you. Second of all, if you haven't listened to the podcast that the fellas, Mo and Rob, on Blue Jays Wave, and myself, they do it. I'm on there just having a good time. You know, if you guys have not listened to their podcast yet, second of all, shame on you. And we're doing a podcast, what, about 7:30, I think we're going to be recording that. And there's a guest. 5th round pick, Zach Britton, will be on the podcast. So if you guys are interested in hearing a little bit about Zach, hearing about it, you know, the draft process and everything to do with that, and learn a little bit about him, the link will be on the Blue Jays Wave Instagram page. It is in their bio. Go check it out, guys. Please go do so. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I think, was it last week or the week prior, Anthony Alford, we talked to him as well, so you can go listen to that as well. So it was a lot of fun doing that with the guys, and it'll be a lot of fun doing it later with Zach Britton and hearing about the experience he's had over the last, 48 hours, and the nerve-wracking times of being in the 5th round and still not being picked. I want to hear a lot about that, so it's going to be a lot of fun to talk to him about that. All right, now, let's just quickly recap before we wrap this baby up. The Jays got Austin Martin. Oh, yeah. They got C.J. Van Eyck. Damn good. Who, you know, he throws gas too, mid-90s, with a damn good hook. You got Trent Palmer, 97. Then you got Nick Frasso, who touched 97 as well. Flamethrowers, big hooks, Austin Martin, period. And a damn good lefty hitter, outfielder in Zach Britton. Ladies and gentlemen, we have spoken about it for a while. We talked about it a while back. What were the Jays' needs? Outfielding and pitching. If you want to count Austin Martin as an outfielder because he played 25 games in center field, let's do it. So you drafted 2 outfielders and 3 pitchers. They did us right. Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, and the scouting staff and everybody around there, they did good. Now, the question will be, how will these players develop into big leaguers? Will they make the big... We don't know this. We can't predict the future. But what we know is that Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, and all the management team put these guys in great situations, and the amount of talent this team is going to have down in the minor leagues is ridiculous. We already know what we have in the big leagues. Do you want me to go through a list of players that are like exciting down in the minors? Here we go. Jordan Groshans is one. You know, obviously Austin Martin. I'm not going to go through the same guys I have here, but let's go Jordan Groshans. When he comes back from Tommy John, Eric Perdino. Gabriel Moreno, Otto Lopez. Those are guys where they were in Lansing last year that tore it up. Alek Manoah, my man. Kendall Williams, they drafted him in second round last year. Exciting. Tall, lanky righty. I'm excited to watch him. Adam Kloffenstein, ridiculous. I think he was one of the best pitchers in Vancouver, whatever league that is. I totally forgot what league that is. But he was I think he was the best pitcher in that league. When we keep going, there's lots. And there's lots of great players for this Blue Jays team. I mean, I'm so excited to watch these guys continue to grow. I'm hoping there's a minor league season, or at least a little dinky one, because I want to watch some baseball. I want to see some young guys growing for this team. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We've got to find other ways to make it happen. But, oh yeah, I forgot Nate Pearson. I can't believe I forgot Nate Pearson, out of all people. This team has a lot of young prospects in the minor leagues, whether they come up and play with the Blue Jays or they get traded for win-now players. Well, we don't know. But all we know is that this minor league system for the Toronto Blue Jays is stacked. And in the big leagues, there's a lot of great young players already here for the Blue Jays. So, guys, put your hard hat on. It's going to be a long ride of great Blue Jay baseball. Now, obviously, we don't know when that's going to start because of the fact that we haven't seen it yet. Right? I mean, we on paper, it looks great. We've seen a lot of on paper great Blue Jay teams in the past, 2013, and it didn't work. We want to see it on the field. And with this team, the way they are shaping up, now they've drafted some more great players. They're ready for success. The question is, how will they make it happen? All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, actually, back this one up. If you guys are still here, thank you very much, by the way. I was debating, probably going to do it anyways, making an Instagram page for the TO Sports Talk and kind of doing a live reaction, right? With the Austin Martin pick, I could have done a little video for you guys, like a live reaction to this video, or to the Austin Martin pick. I would have freaked out and everything. If you guys are interested in that kind of thing, and for goals and overtimes in the future and whatnot for the Leafs and Raptors, whatever the case may be, let me know. Let me know if you guys are interested in something like that. I had it on the Patreon page, but that really hasn't done anything, and it's hard to stay up to date with that kind of thing. But Instagram, I'm on there quite often anyways, so I thought maybe, good idea. Let me know, guys, if you're interested. All right, so you know what, guys, that is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and love the draft for the Toronto Blue Jays, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys thought of the video. What were your guys' thoughts on each player? Do you think any of the guys in the lower 3 rounds are going to be absolute steals? What are your thoughts on this draft class, guys? Would you give it a grade? Would you give it an A+? Would you give it an A-? Would you give it an F if you're flipping crazy? Could do something else, but I chose not to. And sorry guys, a little leakage. And I would definitely give it like an A-. That's my grade for the Blue Jays draft this year. All right, so let me know what yours is, guys. Let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys Leafs and Raptors edition at some point in the near future once we have a concrete idea of when both seasons will be continuing. You know, whether that be Raptors playing 8 games in the playoffs or whatnot. We'll break down everything about what's going to be happening with the Raptors, with the Leafs. Once things are set in stone, dates are set in stone, and once we figure everything out there, I will be making a video for you guys for each team. All right? So we're back, baby. It seems like in the very near future, we're going to be having sports back, and I can't wait. I missed you guys. I miss sports. Let's get back into it, all right? So, guys, Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Patreon link is down below if you guys are interested for that. My hair is all over the place. Still need a damn haircut. They got opens up here in Toronto. It's crazy. And, Patreon. So comment down below, guys, everything. I don't know why I said that again. I will talk to you guys Leafs Raptors edition at some point in the near future. We'll be breaking down what's going to be happening with the Raptors and with that season, and the Leafs, same thing there. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.